Gratitude, being grateful, so important in our lives and in our businesses. And today's speaker guest that I have today is going to talk to you about gratitude. You are listening on your favorite podcast provider, or perhaps watching this show on your big TV screen. Regardless, I'm excited to have you. My name is Martine Cadet, and I am the host of the Visualize and Create show. You will be able to meet amazing individuals that are going to inspire you, motivate you, and give you the tools for you to visualize and create whatever it is that you want. Make sure you check out the show notes and share this with a friend, and so forth. And so I'm excited to have you on the show, Kristen. Thank you so much for tuning in with us and taking a moment of your busy schedule to share with us how important it is to have gratitude, right?
Thank you so much, Martine, for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. And so let's dive right in.
I think for a lot of people, and I know this was the case for me, when I first started learning about how a lot of successful people use gratitude to help them stay in the energy of success and to help them achieve their goals, I kind of rolled my eyes. I was like, there's no way this works. There's nothing to be grateful for. I don't believe this for a second, right? So I was kind of a non-believer at first. But something that I've really come to understand as I've gone through a lot of personal transformation, a lot of personal healing, I've done a lot of trauma release work and subconscious healing in my own journey. And that's what I do now with my clients. What I've come to understand is that gratitude actually is our true nature. And the illusion or the lie or the thing to roll our eyes at is the struggle we're experiencing, because the way our subconscious mind works is it actually is conditioned from childhood, from, traumatic experiences, which we all have. By the way, we all have had traumatic experiences at some point in our life, just different flavors of trauma. So our subconscious mind is actually conditioned to look for, bad things if we've had these experiences in our life. So it's actually not necessarily true that there are no clients that are watching our social media, or that we're not successful, or that there's not an audience that cares about what we have to say. It actually could be the case that everything that you're desiring is right in front of you, but your subconscious mind is not even letting you see it. And so with gratitude, we get to start to slowly but surely retrain our subconscious mind to actually see all the abundance and all the good things and all the progress and success we're already making, which then, of course, creates that snowball effect. Then we, feel more creatively inspired. We have more ability to go after the big, scary goals that we want to reach. And we have more confidence in ourselves when we are able to retrain our subconscious mind and actually see all the beautiful things that are already here. So that's what gratitude means to me.
So powerful, Kristen. I love that. And I love that this is your expertise, because I'm getting excited to learn from you on how we are going to reprogram our mind every single day and actually feel grateful despite the fact that the washer broke last night, or perhaps the basement was full of water because of the rain, or the launch that we did most recently for our business completely flopped. What do we do when we wake up in that morning to stay grateful and say, oh, okay, I can do this? What do we have to tell our brain? What would you suggest that we do to ensure that we stay grateful and continue to move forward?
Yeah. So the first thing I have to say is we don't want to bypass the negative feelings, right? So we don't want to just like push them down, repress them, and pretend like they don't exist and stay in this positive vibes only energy 24/7, because we are humans. We are allowed to have feelings. We are allowed to be pissed off or angry or sad or disappointed. And it's actually in the feeling of these feelings, when we actually let ourselves feel the negative stuff, it creates space for us to be open to more of the positive stuff, right? So we actually have the ability to be grateful if we let ourselves go through our natural emotional process. If we just suppress it and shove it down, then it's still there. It's not like it went anywhere. It's still in our subconscious. It's still in our body. You know, a lot of people have chronic pain. I've struggled with chronic pain because of my own experiences. A lot of times that's trapped emotion, right? That's trapped traumatic experiences that are stuck in your body. And instead of feeling the emotion, you're feeling the chronic pain. So if we bypass the negative feelings, that's not going to get us anywhere. So I encourage you to, of course, feel what you're feeling first. Let yourself be a human. Let yourself have a bad day, even savor it and like actually go all in on it. Because I think sometimes we're like, oh, I shouldn't be sad. I should just keep going. No, let yourself be sad. Let yourself be disappointed, because the magic happens when you're able to move through that and get to the other side of it. Then the gratitude becomes effortless because you didn't ignore your human instincts, your human emotionality, you let it happen, but then you're able to see the whole situation more clearly. And what I've really come to realize is the things that we label as bad experiences or as, you know, bad luck or things that happen to us for like the worst possible reason because, you know, there's something wrong with us. Those labels are an illusion. And the truth is, maybe that bad experience that happened today, that failed launch, could be the best thing that has ever happened to you, but you just don't know it yet. And so if we can stop labeling things as good and bad, which is really hard in the beginning, especially if you have a lot of healing to do, I fully recognize that. But even just try looking at whatever is on your plate today that feels like a pain or feels like it's bringing your energy down or feels like it's preventing you from reaching your goals. What if instead of looking at that as an obstacle or as a bad thing, you could shift your perspective and look at that as an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for you to get closer to your true purpose or to, you know, your soul's calling, right? And if we are able to take the labels away and just look at life for what it is, knowing that there are some good things, there are some bad things, but they're all leading to our bigger purpose and the whole reason why we're on this earth. And if we can kind of surrender to that, then it's a lot easier to have gratitude. It's a lot easier to shift into gratitude. And then the other thing I'll say as like a more tangible thing is if you have, you know, bad stuff going on in your life right now, which we all do, you know, it's all different flavors, it's all different, you know, intensities, but at some point or another, we've all experienced struggle. We've all experienced hardship. We've all experienced something that, you know, was not ideal, right? That we wouldn't have chosen. Whenever you're in that situation, try to run through a list in your mind or write it down, a list of like 50 to 100 things that you can be grateful now, and just notice how your energy shifts. And it's actually like scientific. So when we show our subconscious mind, which is again below subconscious awareness, which means we can't always access it, right, with our conscious mind. So when we show our subconscious mind through a gratitude list or through running through a gratitude list in our conscious mind, we show it that the world is not ending. We show it that there is stuff to be grateful for. And then our subconscious mind starts to look for other things to be grateful for. So when you start to ask yourself the question, what can I be grateful for, even in this, you know, chaos or even in this hardship, your subconscious mind will actually do a search and it'll look for things that it knows that you can be grateful for. And then it'll build. You'll start, you know, growing this list of all these wonderful things that are present now in your life, which then of course just makes it so much easier to go after your crazy audacious goals.
I love this. So powerful and so true. And I have to tell you, I've experienced this myself personally, even in my career in corporate. I remember feeling so sad about, you know, not being promoted at the time or whatever it was. And I counted my blessings and I stayed grateful. And you're so right. And you know what I notice happens, Kristen, when we do that, and you tell me if you agree with that. I know it's happened to me. Once we start counting our blessings in a way, right? Being grateful, a lot of things come our way, like things just show up and it's like, whoa, I can do this too. Oh my gosh, this is freaking awesome. I didn't know I could do this and that, right? And so it's an exciting process. Be grateful every single day, like Kristen just shared. Make a list, look around. Yes, you have a roof over your head. It's probably not the mansion that you're visualizing yet, but it'll get there if that's what you want. But you have to appreciate what you have today and work with what you have, right? Because it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so continue to manifest, continue to visualize so that you could create. But guess what? You can't do this by yourself. I invite amazing purpose-driven individuals just like Kristen to show up and share with you what they have available to help you. And so if you're excited the way I'm excited right now about reprogramming your subconscious mind and telling your brain all those stories you're telling me right now, they're poo-poo, I want you to listen to Kristen so she could share with you what she's got going on. Now, mind you, it doesn't matter if you're watching this in July of 2022 or August of whatever, it's available to you. And so, Kristen, tell us what you got for us to help us.
Yeah, absolutely. So I offer programs specifically for coaches and healers that helps them reprogram their subconscious mind so they can be more successful in their life and business. At some point in my long business journey, because hello, we're creating a legacy here, I will also have programs for people who are not entrepreneurs. So definitely stay in touch with me. Follow me on social media. I'm at Kristen Kacinski on Instagram. That's the main social media platform I hang out on. My website is KristenKacinski.com. And I also have a podcast where if you're wanting to start to work with more manifestation, more money mindset, more energetic, more gratitude, you're wanting to bring some of this, wonderful, positive energy into your life so you can visualize and create your dream life. Look for Soul Expansion Podcast wherever you get podcasts, or you can search my name, Kristen Kacinski, and you'll find not only my podcast, but every other podcast I've ever appeared on. So that's where you can find me. And I always have programs from every price point, all the way from, under $100 up to, really high ticket, high touch VIP support. So whatever support you're looking for in your journey, I have it available.
So good. Thank you so much. I have goosebumps. I love it. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for offering what you do for us. And I always say this, I give, people like yourself, myself, props. Like I'm giving myself props right now because listen,
you have to.
It takes a lot, right? It takes a lot. And for you watching, understand this. Kristen and I did not wake up like this yesterday, right? The reason why we're doing this and showing up and creating those programs, and Kristen just shared with you her podcast, all the stuff that she's got going on and beyond. So stay connected, right? Those things happen because we've experienced what you're experiencing right now. Mm-hmm. And so, but we've made the decision to take the responsibility to support you. And so you cannot do this alone. And we are here to invite you to take action today so that you can start creating what you've been visualizing. And so with that, I want to thank you again, Kristen, for coming on the show. I look forward to having you again. Thank you so much for what you do. And thank you for you tuning in. And we hope to see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching us today.
Bye guys. Thank you.
You have just listened or watched the Visualize and Create show. Don't forget to download our app and make sure to leave us a review. And before I go, I do want you to visit my website, martinecadet.com. Browse around. There's a lot of stuff in there. I have a store. I also have great services available for you so that you can visualize and create anything that you want. I will see you in the next episode.